I'm Christy Obermach. I'm president of the DAA this year, and we thank you for joining us for Virtual FCA Day. We're really pleased with the response for all of our webinars and hope you're getting a ton of valuable information as we enter into this new business year. I'm sure you all know Adam Comstock, but just for the sake of formality, Adam is the Senior Manager of Digital Media for FCA. We can't thank you enough for pulling together this very impressive panel that we are about to meet.
The one thing I wanted to note is that, it only took this global pandemic to have us think just a little differently, at FCA. So like, we still love our LFAs. We know that that's never going away. But we launched our, our online retail experience literally in a month, less than a month, and it was supposed to take 9 months. So kudos to the website team that pulled that off. We tried to look for a way to find consumers still on a big screen, right? Because we still want to be there with our beautiful creative, but find it in a different way. So we're still on the big screen. We're just investing and buying that big screen differently. So our connected TV investment went up, which is good. It's just finding that consumer in a new way on the same screen. We know that video is the most impactful media for auto consumption or auto opinion and consideration. So we're looking for ways to invest more in video and frankly less in digital. And I think you heard that right, less digital for FCA. It's crazy. I don't think any of us want to go back and revisit the dumpster fire that was 2020, but full transparency, Ram, we had a great year overall. We actually had our best third and fourth quarters ever. So it's interesting to see, we had a global pandemic. I think all of us, like Adam said in March, we were all kind of scared. We weren't sure what the heck was going to happen, but tons of articles in the press and in the news just about how consumers were still, in love with their pickup trucks. And we saw the segment just booming during a global pandemic. We were able to, cement our place in the marketplace as far as getting awards and recognition from the press. And we won the Motor Trend Truck of the Year, or the TRX did, for our third year in a row, something that's never been done. Definitely exciting times for us as a brand. I think it's no secret that, we made a lot of strides in the marketplace as of late, but, this is something that we're really excited to go out there and talk about and, bang our chest a little bit.
2021, we need the momentum to keep going. And that is the expectation of everyone on the brand with that great TRX that we're bringing to market. So one of the objectives that we have for 21 is to launch this TRX. The foundation that we've built on all of the success for this product has been the LD accolades that we've won, the HD accolades that we've won, and really we're just now in January bringing TRX to the marketplace, and it is getting accolades all over the place. Helped us win our Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 years in a row. So we're really, really excited because that leads us to our next objective, truly, growth for the Ram brand. It's a key objective. It has been for 2020. It's been since probably 2018. But for Ram to gain growth in 2021, we need to look beyond those core truck buyers. We need to identify other audiences and other segments in which we can pull in consumers into this truck segment. So a couple of the audiences that we've looked at that, again, we're going to be looking for you guys to help us find them and start talking to them is like our premium audiences, SUV defectors, and we can't forget about our Hispanic buyers. So that's going to be a really big focus for us this year, is to try and engage with those new audiences and introduce them to the vehicles. The other stepchild that I don't ever want to forget and always mention is our commercial brand. We have the lineup of all of the ProMaster City, the chassis cabs, and we can't ever forget about those. So I would tell you, while those budgets don't come at the LD HD budgets, it definitely is an important opportunity or an important objective for us. And it's an opportunity for all of you guys. If we need to find these commercial audiences. And so I put that challenge out to everyone. It's something that we're always looking to try and test new ways to find them.
We had a lot of great news. 2020 wasn't the best of news year, but overall, Jeep really came forward with some wonderful news. Starting in September, obviously, we brought back that return of American icon. So we had the Grand Wagoneer come forward for a concept. This is something that everybody's been waiting for, anticipating, with the beautiful design inside and out, the screen's ambiance, relaxed mode. It's just a beautiful vehicle, and we look forward to continuing making noise with this vehicle as we move forward. Additionally, knowing that we have competitors that are out there breaking news within that Wrangler segment, we continue to break news ourselves. 80-year-old brand, we brought together 4xe news in September, where we have the quietest Wrangler out there with that green aspect. And then additionally, in November, we popped more news with 392, again, showing that it's the strongest, most powerful Wrangler ever. Very exciting and something to really push forward. So still breaking news, even though overall the entire year we had to deal with the pandemic, we're keeping it exciting for the Jeep brand. We've had that great news in 2021. We're going to continue that momentum. As you saw yesterday, hot off the presses and didn't make it into this deck, but we did have the third row Grand Cherokee that was revealed. Additionally, 4xe, that will be in dealerships starting in Q1. So we will be promoting this vehicle. We know that this is going to be a new outlet for Jeep. Being in the green space, we're going to be able to connect with a brand new crowd of people. These are people that sometimes could be a little bit harder to win over. So we need to be able to say, even though we have this off-roading capable vehicle, it comes with this green background. We really need to win, especially in California, where we know that EV is strong. So this will be one of our early momentums that we're going to push forward, and we're going to push hard. I know we're not always the strongest in video, but this year, knowing that we have these important launches, we really need to be able to showcase these vehicles, what they can do, build that awareness, build that consideration, and be able to push through and change mindsets alone. And then on top of that, we need to own and defend our territories. So we talked about the Wrangler segment, right? We really are going to have a place to defend here, especially with Ford Bronco coming out. So we're going to have to take this new news that we have with the 4xe and 392 and really own our grounds and make sure that we're not losing that territory. And on top of that, we need to build, which we should have those efforts available, especially adding in 4xe and gaining more of that green consumer. So that will be wonderful. And then not to forget, we have the small Jeeps, we have Gladiator. These vehicles are not going away, and we're going to have to continue to push through these, even with the bigger news for the entire brand.
We've actually broke some records this year. So, things really picked up steam in the second half of the year. We did break our all-time annual sales record for Challenger RT. We broke our annual all-time sales record for Charger Scat Pack. So selling those like gangbusters. And then we had our highest monthly traffic and our highest LFA month this year, just a couple months back in November. So that's going back to when you look at Demon, when you look at all the different launches all throughout the past few years, somehow, some way with our efficient plans, we had more traffic in LFAs than we ever have before. And I think that's a testament. And I think a lot of the other brands here are seeing that type of stuff too, is that you look back at where we were a few years ago, year over year over year, we're getting more efficient, we're getting stronger, and we're getting more visits than we ever have. So it's a really great thing. I think we have a lot of momentum. The 21 model year Durango, so the Durango Hellcat, like I mentioned, that we revealed just this last year, we're going to give it a little bit more support than we have in years past. Typically, you see us using all the vehicles in this pack shot, right? Like you see on the left side there. Increasingly, we're finding that, large SUV buyers, we have the power, but maybe we don't need to show it on the racetrack every single time, or maybe we need to show it, in different types of environments and in different ways, right? So we're going to experiment a little bit with how we position Durango. We're going to give it a little bit more support this year. Dodge is a brand that we do more with less. year in, year out. So we're dead focused on efficiency. If you've got efficiency and if you can prove efficiency, that's something that we want to see. Measurement. Got to prove that it works. We're constantly looking for new ways to measure and tie things back to sales or just get creative with that. Streaming audio and podcasts. This is something that we've dabbled in before. We sponsor a couple podcasts. We really like streaming audio as another media type. So what can we do more there? And then of course, any innovative or new to market opportunities, let's see them. This goes for all the brands. I mean, obviously the whole FCA, the whole group on this call, we're always looking for the next best and we're always looking for what's new. So please bring those if you have them. So there's a lot of momentum behind the brand right now. Just this past month that we closed out is our second best sales month ever for the brand. So we sold more than we ever did when we came back to the US just this past month. And we also broke a traffic record, just like I mentioned on Dodge. So it happened in July 2020. We had more traffic to the Alpha site than we'd ever seen before since bringing the brand back. So what we're doing in 21, we're breaking that out and we're establishing 9 more DAAs. So the list here in the top right of this slide, we're going to keep Miami on. We're going to expand it into New York, Philly, Cleveland, Houston, Chicago. These are all going to have their own dealer groups. And we're going to support them at the national level. We're going to try to match as much spend as we can to help support them. And that's going to be sort of our local market approach. Planning ahead, I will tell you, we've seen a lot of success specifically with addressable TV, with targeted video and connected TV, with a brand as niche as Alfa Romeo is and as specific as we are in our targeting. These are mediums that we found have really worked. Again, just like Dodge, we do more with less. So we're dead set on our efficiency tactics. So any types of efficiencies, when I say that, I'm talking LFAs. And then of course, innovative and new to market opportunities.
We pivoted and we worked on eShop with our other sister brands. We did the online selling, we did the corporate branding. But then once we were able to get kind of back to normal and get our kind of brand dedicated budget back again, we really increased our focus on hybrid. You're going to hear this throughout the whole presentation. It's hybrid, hybrid, hybrid. We get to finally launch the new Pacifica. So there's a lot of great news here. As I mentioned, hybrid will continue to be the focus here. Our sales need to grow nearly 2.5 times what we achieved in 20 calendar year. We also found that hybrid is attracting a younger, more affluent, more educated buyer, which is a huge win for the brand. We traditionally had a older customer base. So it's really nice that hybrid is starting to bring in some of those younger families and more affluent target. And then obviously we have to always keep pushing forward and drive engagement with some innovative properties and like digital. So looking at things like what can we do with partnerships, like units, formats, and then also the content that we create, making sure that we're not just doing something that we've done before, but how are we evolving that creative that we're doing and pushing out there. 500X will be our primary focus. We're really starting to focus on the small crossover segment, so we're going to get the bulk of the budget and put it there. We'll support 124 Spider regionally. Obviously, there's seasonality to this product, being the 2-door convertible, so we'll focus on the markets that make sense there. And then we need to keep just all of our efforts going with our digital plan, looking at how we can test, make our money stretch further, look at efficiencies, and really just try to get more with less for Fiat.
ORE and eShop is not gone, and I think you'll see a little bit more and more of it, and we've kind of tried to take a step back and think of it in terms of more of an awareness play for now, so that consumers understand that eShop is available to them. Yes, you still have your dealership and all of the things that you're used to, should you choose to do that. But this is a capability that we now have, and you can go onto our website and navigate your way there.